Now, eBay has been kind of like your major scores, right? Have been all on eBay, Pete, pretty much.
I would say so. Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
So what do you, and this is kind of out of nowhere, what would you say, and maybe you've already shared this, what was one of your biggest scores you would say in your reselling career? And then one is what, if you want to share, you know, you don't have to share your biggest mistake in reselling, but it'd be helpful to know just so we can all learn and, you know, what were the steps that led you to make that mistake. So why don't we start with the bad if you want, Pete? Like, what is something you wish you had avoided or you had done differently?
I think, and it's for a lot of people, concentrate at the beginning and really figure out, especially now these days, because there's a lot of changes at the moment. Shipping.
Okay.
Shipping at the moment, if I could knew and understand from the get-go, it was a game changer for me to actually learn and know what you're doing. And especially when you doing bigger stuff like I did even at the beginning, sending a lot of heavy, big vintage electronics, because I lost at the beginning on some of this stuff. I had no idea what I was doing, you know? I mean, putting, and this is, I'm talking even years ago, putting, $12, $15 on something that I'm going to ship that was 50 pounds and it's going to go across America, and it cost me, $40, and then all of a sudden all the profit disappeared. So this was at the beginning, maybe not a mistake, but something that I would concentrate more to learn, because I got burned, at the beginning, and we had to figure out, okay, now I can use freight for this, or UPS ground or FedEx ground. So learn those steps at the beginning, because it will save you a lot of headache and it will save you a lot of money. What else as far as like bad stuff? Don't buy and sell things that have an expiration date that comes up really quickly.
Okay. So did you have a bulk buy?
Because you're going to have a problem on your hands, not only either from a site that you're selling on, but from the people that are going to get the stuff and it's going to be expired. So pay attention to that.
Yeah, you don't want to be responsible for someone's stomach ache, right?
Now, and I'm not only talking, guys, about food products. Don't be stupid like me and buy a software that it's for doing income tax.
I remember this.
And you don't pay attention to the date, and you spend crap load of money. You put it on a site, you title with the correct date that you're thinking it is. You ship out 200 of them for a few $1,000s, and then every single one of them is a return. Pay attention. Okay,
but here's the thing. This is good for all of us to hear, right? Because if Pete can't end up, I mean, that's a big deal, right? But you recovered, right? You still were able to resolve it. So what? I know you shared this. It was in a video because I remember watching this video. But real quick, how did you resolve that issue? Because that looks like monumental. Like, how do you fix that?
Well, the only reason I lost a few $1,000s because I gave everybody a freaking refund.
Okay.
That was, to save, so I don't get million bad feedbacks and, very unhappy people. It actually cost me double, because the way I was doing it, people that took me up on it, I paid for their new software.
Oh, wow.
So I gave him a refund and I said, listen, buy a new software and I'll pay for it. This was exactly a few years back when we had all this craziness going on eBay. If you had too many bad feedbacks and too many cases, terrible. They would shut you down. So I was doing everything in my power to save and I did. It cost a lot of money, but I did. So you always got to pay attention what you're buying, because it could cost you.
Okay.
Oh, that's awesome. Yeah, that happens. I mean, I've shipped expired ink, but that's a much smaller scale. But it's the same lesson. You gotta pay attention to those small details, because big or small, I mean, it'll bite you.
I mean, there's nothing wrong with shipping expired ink, long as you let people know. People still buy it, right? Yep. I mean, long as you disclose it. But what I did, telling people totally opposite. This is all good, new, brand new. This date, and it was totally wrong. So. Yeah, it happens. It happens now. going to the first part of the question,
Yeah, the positive side.
The best item I can tell you right now, because I just shared it a couple videos ago. I made a video about it. And I tell you, if I could, I would be just buying and selling cosmetics. I'm telling you, the market, ladies will do anything to look pretty for us. Simple as that. No, simple as that, really. Cosmetics sell, and they sell in huge volume and big numbers. And there's lots of companies out there, obviously, in this market, but they're all making it, right? Because it's just huge. And me, when I had an opportunity to buy the big buy that I did for cosmetics, it took me, and this was only part of this whole buy that I bought. I'm still selling different stuff, but this particular product that I bought, that I paid about $10,000, and took me a year to sell a little tiny little tubes, but it made me 30 grand. You know, yes. So when you look at it in a smaller picture, this is something that you're buying for $10, right? To sell it for 40 to profit that $30. But when you look at the bigger picture, you invest $10,000 and you get $30,000 profit out of it. You do few like that, you're golden, right?
Yeah.
Every year.
That was good.
Yeah. If you could scale like that, that's amazing.
That's what this game is all about. I think if you can figure out how to scale it like that you have those few products that this one is going to make you 10,000 this year, this one is going to make you 17, this one 30, this one 62, you're golden. It takes time. And it's funny because a lot of times people will message me, actually quite often, and they ask, can you share the information? It's like, if I share with you, if I tell you, I'm going to have to kill you. I mean, this is years of me working, networking, finding connections to find some of the deals. Of course, I'm not going to share you.
So you think there's a fine line between, like, there's sharing, but then there's certain things you don't share?
Well, of course.
I mean, that's the big debate right now. That's why I'm asking.
Yeah, you can't share stuff that especially with my following, I'm gonna say something out there that thousands of people are gonna. Can you imagine me saying one thing, go out by tomorrow? That market tanks within 7 seconds. But I mean, I can talk about one-offs, go buy this vintage iPod because, you're going to make money on it. It's not like somebody's going to walk into Walmart and buy 100 of them, because, you might find one every 72 garage sales, and so that's totally different. But like talking about buying in bulk, talking about for retail arbitrage, absolutely. You can't, it's just, this is what we do. Right. This is what pays bills. I can't, here's my source, right? It took me 6 years to find this guy. Yeah, go buy from him now. It's not going to happen.
No,
it's not going to happen.
I appreciate you sharing that. No, because that's a big question about social media. Like we've talked about social media, it can benefit, right? It's benefit, us a lot. It's benefit others, but it can also, especially Q4, a lot of things tanked like crazy. Because people were kind of like, hey, look at the store. I got 100 of this item, and everybody else went out there, and then no more. Like,
but you also got to realize a lot of times the people that share some of the information too, they already made their money too.
Nah, that's true.
Most of the time, and they said then later on, oh, look at this, you can make so much money. And right now they just sold the last one on Amazon, and there's hardly anything left, but still people are flocking and buying, and now the market is completely flooded and tanked. They already made their money. So there's a lot of people like that who just don't care after they made their money, and they made everybody else completely, we don't want to get into this, because I think that's it's such a rabbit hole that we can go into, that it's bad in reselling,